tonight in hopes of getting more leads. It is still unclear what drove Stephen Paddock to open fire on that music festival Sunday.
We have run down well more than 1,000 leads in this investigation. While some of it has helped create a better profile into the madness of this suspect, we do not still have a clear motive or reason why.
Police say a note was left behind in his room at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. They have confirmed it's not a suicide note, but instead it had a number on it. Tonight, FBI agents are still closely watching Paddock's girlfriend. Officials say they are skeptical of her claims that she knew nothing of the killer's plans. In the meantime, Vice President Mike Pence will be in Las Vegas tomorrow to pay respect to the victims.
And just days after so many people were murdered in the Las Vegas concert mass shooting, 20,000 or so music fans descend on Depeche Mode in Chula Vista. 10 News reporter Emily Thode talked to concert goers about attending a crowded event now just less than a week after this tragedy.
Concert goers tonight echo what a shooting survivor told me yesterday. They're not letting fear get in the way of their lives. Depeche Mode, a sold-out show at Mattress Firm Amphitheater in Chula Vista. These friends tailgating before the concert. They got their tickets a while back.
6 months?
6 months, yeah.
Long before the Vegas concert mass shooting. Tonight, Danny Perez is not worried about going to a crowded concert.
No, not at all. Not at all.
David Garcia and Maureen Parsons also have no hesitation.
None whatsoever. You cannot not live in fear.
It's true.
And I refuse to.
Yeah.
We refuse to.
They've been here before and say security is tight.
This venue is pretty strict. They do the wand, they pat you down, there's metal detectors.
Well, there's different security parameters at a facility like this. Every time I've ever been down to this particular venue, they've had really strict security, so I'm not in fear at all.
Just to the north of us, 60,000 or so people watch Coldplay perform tonight at the Rose Bowl under a heavy police presence. Coldplay scheduled to play in San Diego Sunday at SDCCU Stadium in Mission Valley. We reached out to Live Nation today, but they did not want to comment. In Chula Vista, Emily Thode, 10 News.
The Country Bar in Cahoots in Mission Valley is holding a fundraiser for the Las Vegas victims. It starts Sunday morning at 11 o'clock with brunch, live music, and a silent auction. It's being hosted by KSON Radio. We will stay on top of the shooting investigation all weekend long. You can monitor the updates on 10news.com.
New at 11, a San Diego man's Twitter account has been suspended just days after the Las Vegas shooting. This is in response to Nick Braun's tweet that some are calling threatening. The deputies say that he took a selfie outside a discount guns market in Santee. That tweet posted on Wednesday read, quote, "Waiting for the shop to open so I can buy that new Uzi for Coachella 2018. Right now, deputies say this is not a crime, but a mental health issue. Braun is now being evaluated.
Exclusive new video right now as a car barrels into a restaurant in El Cajon. This happened during a busy afternoon commute. 10 News anchor Brian Schlonsky talks with the owner of the restaurant who's managing to keep humor in all of this.
Surveillance cameras capture the moment of impact. This silver Kia slamming into the City Bistro on Main Street in El Cajon. Watch again. The wall caves in. Tables and chairs go flying. But notice, the chairs are empty. Thankfully, the restaurant had just closed from lunch and hadn't reopened for dinner.
It's a big mess. A big mess. Thank God there was nobody in here, inside.
Waddell Hanna owns the place. He says investigators told him the silver Kia may have swerved around another car before crashing into the building. Our 10 News breaking news tracker there as crews towed the car out of the wall. There too as employees caught our report on 10 News in the afternoon.
Traffic troubles to car troubles in El Cajon.
Updating drivers during their afternoon commute. With nobody hurt from the crash, Hannah now turns his attention to trying to reopen tomorrow.
I hope so. See what happened.
Able to laugh when asked what tomorrow's special will be.
Spanish omelet.
Spanish omelet, maybe.
In El Cajon, Brian Schlonsky, 10 News.
Now to a crime alert. A San Diego State student forced to fight off an attacker near campus. San Diego police say that Ashley Mullins was walking on Campanile Street Sunday night when a man attacked her. He threw water in her face, then wrestled her to the ground. Luckily, Ashley was able to kick free. Now, the school sent out an alert, but Ashley thinks more should be done.
We shouldn't be teaching women that they can't walk alone. We should be teaching people not to attack people and not to rape people or whatever the heck this guy was going to do.
Chuck Gerson, a local property manager, is doing what he can to help. He is installing new safety lights on the house he manages close by.
ICE says it will start raiding homes and workplaces now that California is a sanctuary state. Yesterday, Governor Brown signed a bill barring police from asking people about their immigration status or participating in immigration enforcement. Today, the head of ICE said his agency will now have no choice but to conduct immigration raids in California. Thomas Homan says that ICE will likely do these immigration raids at people's homes and businesses, and immigrants arrested in California will most likely go to out-of-state detention centers.
Well, right now the city is working to get its transitional homeless camp in Golden Hill up and running. By Monday, there will be 200 tents set up for the homeless at the city operations yard near Balboa Park. The area will also offer restrooms, showers, and security storage bins. It's all part of the city's efforts to stop the hepatitis A outbreak. And flu season has turned deadly in San Diego. Today, the county health department announced a man died of complications related to the flu. It is the first local death this flu season. They say that he was 86 years old. He did have existing medical conditions and had not been vaccinated. He died Sunday. Last year, more than 80 San Diegans died from the flu. Flu season is expected to be especially bad this year, and the county has already confirmed over 200 cases. That's compared to 60 at this time last year. Health officials are urging everyone to get vaccinated.
A woman struggling to swim saved by a San Diego surfer.
She was saying, I'm gonna die, and I just kept on saying, you're not gonna die, I've got you.
Tonight, he talks to 10 News about how the rescue unfolded along our coast.
A powerful punch, a vicious attack caught on camera, the viral prank police think this may be linked to as they look for the young man who threw the punch.
Trouble filling the StubHub Center. Jimmy Kimmel's pitch to the Chargers to get bigger crowds to their games.
A hot start to the weekend, 80s at the beach, 90s inland. I'll pinpoint when the numbers will go back down. 10 News is back in 90 seconds.
New tonight.
She didn't have any time. She was going to drown in another minute.
An emotional rescue for a woman who fell from Sunset Cliffs. She was saved by a surfer who rushed in to help.
And our tennis reporter Jennifer Dela Cruz joins us. Jen, he says he almost didn't make it.
He was surfing in the water just below these cliffs, not a lot of people around. Then he heard screaming. He says if he got to her any later than he did, she likely would have drowned. It was a normal day of surfing for Matthew Alford until he saw one woman struggling to stay afloat.
She literally could not swim. I mean, she was really having a hard time.
He thinks she tumbled down Sunset Cliffs and into the water.
Engine 15, medic 32. Lifeguard dispatch 2.
He immediately rushed in to help. A bystander took this photo, looking down on the whole rescue.
She got on that board faster. I mean, I've never seen anybody move that fast.
A move that kept her from going under.
It's got all kinds of dings in it. But yeah, this is my board. She just went, like I said, immediately grabbed onto it like this.
Clinging onto the board, she didn't think she'd make it.
She was saying, I'm gonna die. And I just kept on saying, you're not gonna die, I've got you. It's really gonna be fine.
Alfred swimming her to shore, helping her up the rocks to higher ground.
She didn't have any time. She was gonna drown in another minute. So for me, I'm positive she would have died.
Even when lifeguards arrived, she held on to her hero.
She didn't want any part of them. It was really sweet. She wanted to cling to me. She just kept on just like hugging me and, you know, saying my hero and you saved my life, and, you know, just, yeah, it was really emotional. I was glad that I made the choices that I did and stopped and helped her out. It was awesome.
Jennifer Dela Cruz, 10 News.